Imagine standing in the center of the Roman Colosseum. Thousands are screaming. The air is thick with the scent of blood and fear. And the most powerful man in the world, Marcus Aurelius, sits in absolute crushing silence. He isn't reacting to the chaos. He isn't shouting orders to prove his status. He is simply watching. That silence was his greatest weapon, and today, it will become yours. The most dangerous person in any room is not the one who screams for attention, but the one whose quiet presence creates a vacuum that others are desperate to fill. Most men are terrified of a vacuum. They feel a desperate need to fill the air with noise, excuses, and lies just to feel safe. But you have discovered that silence is not an absence of thought. It is a strategic mirror that forces your enemies to face their own internal rot. In the next few minutes, you will discover why your silence is a psychological predator and why the 1% use it to dominate every interaction. If you feel like your quiet nature is a weakness, you have been lied to. In reality, it is the seal of your sovereignty. Let's look at the Aurelian Mirror. Psychology proves that human beings are hardwired to seek closure and validation. When you wake up in the morning, your mind is often flooded with the what-ifs of social interaction, worrying about what people think or how to explain yourself. But Marcus Aurelius realized that your soul becomes dyed with the color of your thoughts. If you keep those thoughts private, you remain a mystery. When you are silent, your enemies cannot see your colors, but they begin to bleed their own out of pure panic. Sign number 1. You force them to negotiate with themselves. This is the predator's pause. In business or conflict, the first person to speak usually loses the most leverage. When you remain silent after someone speaks, their brain enters a state of emergency. To kill the discomfort of the quiet, they start talking. They give away their plans, they offer concessions you didn't ask for, and they confess insecurities they should have kept hidden. Your silence is a vacuum that sucks the truth out of liars. You don't need to interrogate them. You just need to wait. You are letting them dig their own graves with their own words. Sign number 2. You have mastered the Aurelian Gaze. Most people look away when a moment becomes tense. A weak man's eyes dart around, seeking an exit or a distraction. But a Stoic who has built his inner fortress looks directly into the chaos. When you maintain calm, steady eye contact without a single word of validation, you are signaling that you are the primary observer. You are the judge, and they are the evidence. This unpredictability is terrifying because your enemies cannot map your mind. If they cannot predict your reaction, they cannot control your future. This is the difference between a man who reacts and a man who decides. Sign number 3. You treat their insults like noise in a graveyard. Weak people survive on drama. They need you to react so they can validate their own existence. When they bark, mock, or provoke you, they are fishing for a response. By remaining silent, you show them that their greatest weapon has zero effect on your internal citadel. You are the cliff against which the waves continually break. Your silence sends a devastating message. You are not important enough for me to break my peace. There is no greater psychological wound to an ego than being ignored. By not reacting, you kill their power at the source and leave them shouting at a wall of stone. Sign number 4. Information asymmetry. In any battle, information is life. Every word you speak is a piece of intelligence you give away for free. By staying silent, you remain a closed book while your enemies become open maps. You know their fears, their triggers, and their weaknesses because they cannot stop talking about them. Meanwhile, they have nothing on you. You are a shadow in the fog, impenetrable and unshakable. Marcus Aurelius lived in a court filled with snakes and assassins. His silence was his armor. He knew that what is not named cannot be mastered. By keeping your mouth shut, you remain the master of the narrative. Sign number 5. You break the social hierarchy of the mediocre. Most social structures are built on a fake laugh and nod principle. People perform for each other to feel safe. When you refuse to play this game, when you sit in silence while others perform like circus animals, you are announcing that you do not belong to their tribe. You are an outsider by choice. This terrifies them because it means they have no leverage over you. You don't want their praise, so you don't fear their criticism. You have achieved total autonomy. To a person who lives for the approval of others, a man who doesn't need it looks like a god or a monster. You are training your resilience every time you choose not to join their chorus of misery. Sign number 6. Your no is a complete sentence. Weak people feel a compulsive need to justify every boundary they set. They say no because my schedule is full, or no because I'm busy. They are begging for understanding. The dark Stoic simply says no and lets the silence finish the sentence. You don't justify your diet, you don't apologize for your routine, and you don't ask for permission to be great. This autonomy is deeply offensive to people who are slaves to social pressure. Your freedom makes them feel the weight of their own chains. Your silence after a refusal is an iron wall that forces them to accept your terms without negotiation. Sign number 7. You become the eye of the storm. In a crisis, people look for the loudest voice, but they follow the quietest person. When everyone around you is panicking, your silence becomes a beacon of stability. It signals that you have already rehearsed the disaster in your mind and you have survived it. While they are paralyzed by the unexpected, you are already calculating. This calm is not a trait, it is a weapon. It tells the world that you possess a strength they cannot access, a strength built on the premeditation of evils. Now consider the ultimate truth of memento mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. If you knew you were going to die tonight, would you waste your final hours explaining yourself to small minds? Would you spend your breath arguing with people who don't matter? Silence is the recognition that your time is too sacred for noise. It is the liberation from the opinions of the dying. I challenge you tonight. In your very next interaction, speak 50% less than you think you should. Do not fill the gaps. Do not explain your choices. Watch how they struggle to find their footing in the silence you've created. Tomorrow morning, you will wake up stronger, lighter, and more sovereign. If this video made sense to you, leave a comment below. What is the one situation where you are going to use the power of silence today? I want to read your stories. We are in this journey of practical Stoicism together. And if you want to keep building tools that actually transform your life, subscribe to Stoic 365. This is not theory. This is the architecture of a powerful life. Stand firm. Remember that it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that they are difficult.